Hi everyone, Simon here with a review of Cuyo. Cuyo is a small puzzle platformer that's based on relaxation and thought more than actual panic puzzling. It's available on PC and it's the first in a series of 3 games that's going to be coming out around this certain theme. It's made by Elzabot, who were very kind enough to give me a copy for review, so thank you. This game drew my attention because of its main mechanic, and that is that every level you've only got a certain amount of jumps to complete that level in. So you need to be cautious and plan out quite often, in the later steps of this game at least, how you're then going to progress through the level. The jump count is generous, so it does let you have some mistakes, but on occasion you will get to the end and you'll be able to see where the exit is, but you can no longer get there because you've either faffed about and made mistakes earlier on in the level and run out of jumps to get there, or you've gone the long way around. Particularly if you spot some additional collectibles that you quite fancy nabbing. But the game is relatively generous because if you grab the collectible and then restart the level, you've kept the collectible, so don't be like I've got to try and do everything. The name of the game for the Cuyo is being a bit more of a relaxed puzzle rather than I'm going to pour my brains out. That then extends to what Cuyo actually does. So over the course of its 50 levels, and there appears to be a few more coming on board at a later point, you do gain the ability to double jump, wall cling, which is quite handy because there'll sometimes be lasers shooting out that you just need to kind of time yourself around, and a couple of enemies that will kind of dance around that you need to avoid as well. I really liked the aesthetic. I quite like, you know me, I like a bit of purple, so graphics are up my street for that, and the soundtrack was quite nice and chill as well. But the main thing for me with Cuyo was that it was short and sweet. It didn't ask too much of my time and attention. Cuyo handles really nicely as well, so it was worthwhile kind of going, okay, that works for me. I also found that I pretty much was glued to it and completed it in one sitting. So for those of you that really come to it from a hardcore platformer perspective, I think you'll enjoy the game mechanic that Cuyo has to offer, but it may not be the platformer or puzzler for you because it is on the easier side of the difficulty scale rather than the harder ones. Maybe that may come later on in the series if they decide to develop it. I'd also say as well, in the way how the extra moves that Cuyo gets across the entire game, they're kind of spaced out in a way that means that some of them come quite late on in the game, and I don't feel like they're fully utilised. They could really have gone to town with some of these levels and made them quite complex and long, but everything is very short and to the point. That works really well for a quick experience, but it's not going to be something that you're going to be coming back to time and time again to be like, I just need to get there, I don't know, 1 jump less or something like that. Similarly, obviously because it's jump based rather than time based, you're not going to be having time trials, you're not going to have leaderboard challenges and all of that. So it's very much a pick your camp. You're not going to be super meat boying on any of this. This is a relaxed, chilled out, just slowly pace yourself through. If anything, I would argue that perhaps this is slightly too easy. And there is a mode actually where you can remove the jump mechanic altogether and have unlimited jumps. I would probably hazard a guess that no one really needs to do that, because I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I got to a level at the end and just hadn't got enough jumps to do it. Yes, there were some other levels where I had been caught out on some lasers and I'd mistimed stuff, but that sends you back to the beginning and resets everything, so that didn't really become a chore for me. But overall, really nice start out on a direction. Be interested to see where the Cuyo series goes over the course of the 3 games that are planned, but come at this one as a relaxed, chilled out gaming session that you'll kind of do once, enjoy it and kind of probably move on from without giving it too much thought. It's not going to be one that stays in your memories for years to come. Thanks for watching. There'll be a written review over on higherplanegames.com. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a collection of media projects ran by me, If you like what you see and want to find out more, visit patreon.com/Higher Network. Your support can make so much more possible, be that a like, a comment, a share, or a pledge. Thanks for watching.